Holly.
Hello.
How,
So
how you doing?
I'm okay. I've been quarantined for nearly 2 weeks now because my son, who's 8, came down with a cough and a cold. So we all had to stay home. So yeah, we are well into week 2. How
Yeah.
about you?
Yes, well, I guess we've been being, obviously very careful. We're not high risk people, so we're just doing what we've been told and
Yeah,
just limiting going out. But it's fine. I feel very grateful, incredibly grateful, Holly, that I have a garden, that I have
yeah.
two older kids and not two toddlers that are running around tearing my hair out.
Yeah.
So teenagers still have their challenges, of course.
Definitely.
Which is why my hair's pink because yes, that happened on Sunday. But no, we're doing okay. We're just getting on with things, and so we wanted to talk today about lockdown life hacks.
Yeah.
So you've been now sorry, how far in are you? Are you 2 weeks in, did you say, into your...
Yes. So yeah, we've had to be in a little bit longer than some other people because yeah, he developed a cough and a cold. I don't think it was anything serious at all, but yes. So we have been trying to survive on sort of less shopping trips. We're terrible for kind of popping out to Waitrose.
As you need it.
Day or so. So we've been, trying to make really sort of big batches of things. So we did like a huge vegan lasagna with
I'm
a
doing that
cashew.
tonight.
Oh, it's so good. And I think at the moment everyone just needs comfort food to kind of make them feel better, don't they? Like no one wants to be, necessarily thinking about being uber healthy. They're just kind of like, I need comfort food. So huge lasagna with cashew cheese sauce and a really nice garlicky tomato sauce, and then loads of like aubergine, mushroom, onion, courgettes, and just like packed in all the veg. And it's just done us like loads of meals throughout the week. We've had leftovers for lunch and stuff with like salad on the side. So that's been brilliant. And like soups, because then you can have them for lunch every day. Anything like that's you can just whack all the veg in and whiz it up.
I tell you what, well, with the veg, talking about veg, what I've been doing is saving all the cut off bits, like when you chop the stalk of broccoli, any like the outside leaves of cabbages and things like that you might not normally use, and I've just stored them all in a bag in the freezer, and then I'm going to make a veg stock. I did it a couple of weeks ago and it worked brilliantly, and then you can just use it for your soup. And once you've got a couple of bags full, and then you can just boil it up and you've got that.
So how would you do it? Would you strain it, boil it up?
Strain it. I add in some bay leaves and some peppercorns.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I'm going to try that. I have saved some of the tops of my vegetables. So this was a parsnip. And I've just put it in a tiny bit of water and you can see how much it's sprouted. I just need to plant it now.
What is it, did you say?
Pardon?
What is it, did you say? What is it?
It's a top of a parsnip.
Oh, wow, look at that.
You chop off like the carrot or whatever, and then it's just sprouted into a plant. So I'm going to plant that and hopefully have some parsnips in a few months' time.
Oh, very nice.
Hopefully we won't be in lockdown still.
My spider plant had a couple of little babies. So you just sort of snap them off. It's quite obvious where you take them off. You just pop them like you'd have in water, and they've just started to grow some roots. And then I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get some compost, some indoor compost to plant those. Hopefully I will.
Lovely. I love spider babies.
So I've been using lemons, Holly, as a face cleanser.
Really?
Yeah, so once you've squeezed, this is one that I squeezed this morning to have in my water, and I'll just save it for tonight, and you just sort of invert it like that. I'm spraying it everywhere. You invert it like that, and you literally just rub it all over your face and leave it on for about 10 minutes. Probably, well, you could probably leave it on for longer actually. Wouldn't do any harm. And it just really cleanses the skin. It's lovely.
It's not harsh on your skin or anything. So
No,
I've got really.
it sort of tingles a little bit, but it feels quite nice. And you do need to moisturise afterwards. But
Yeah. Wow, that's a brilliant idea. I've been using because I have my lemon water in the mornings as well, and obviously, like you say, you get the leftover. So I've been using it just to clean round on the stainless steel taps and everything. It seems to get off a bit of the lime scale, so that's
great.
That's a handy use.
Yeah, I think I remember doing that once around the shower, the drain of the shower.
Yeah.
You know when it gets a little bit gunky, and I cut that, and it got it all off quite nicely.
It's a good idea if you're running low on cleaning products, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So something else we do, well, my husband uses all the time, is he just uses, instead of deodorant, we use bicarbonate soda. And this is a fancy pants one because it's aluminium free and gluten free. But you can just use it on its own.
Yeah.
Or you can tip some into a jar with some essential oils. That's a nice, quick and easy one as well. Just a few drops of any essential oils if you've got some, obviously.
Yeah.
Or you can find an actual recipe and you melt coconut oil and then you add a bit of this. I can't remember the quantities now, but I can always add the recipe below.
Yeah.
And then you melt that, add a bit of that, add your essential oils, and then just pour it and let the coconut oil, let the whole thing set in a jar. And it makes a really nice deodorant. It's just like, it's almost like a clay, almost clay, I suppose. And then you just get the swab and wipe it on.
And how does it go on your clothes or anything, or?
No, it's not been a problem. No.
I need to do that because we've been using Ethique deodorant bars, and they're literally that big now. So we're kind of like rubbing the tiny little bit. So rather than order more, I think I might give that a go. If you can put the recipe on.
Yeah, really I will. Nice. The only problem I would say is don't do it if you've just shaved your armpits. So if you shave your armpits every single day, it can, because the skin is more sensitive when you've just shaved. I never do it the day that I've shaved.
Okay.
Or you just might have to wait a bit. It's just a bit sensitive.
And what about the essential oils? Should you avoid certain ones on your sensitive area?
Yeah, I don't really know, because I know things like lavender are very good for sensitive skin. The two I use in mine are, look, they're all so shabby, look, they're so old. I use geranium and bergamot. I like those deodorant. They just work really nicely. And then something else I've been doing, Holly.
Yeah.
I do this always though, but this is something that I always do, is I leave a load of bananas to go nice and ripe.
Yeah.
And then you peel them, you chop them up, freeze them in a bag, and then you use them for smoothies, or you can make vegan ice cream. And if you just vegan banana ice cream, if you just search that, loads of recipes will come up. Our favourite one is chopped frozen banana with peanut butter, dash of salt. You can, or if you don't want, you don't have to add maple syrup, but it just makes it a little bit sweeter. And we put in some oats as well. And the oats just sort of bump it up a little bit.
Yeah. And that's literally just whizzed up in the blender. And because the bananas are frozen, it's just...
It doesn't work very well in a NutriBullet, because the NutriBullet likes really wet or really dry. It's not very good at that sort of in-between hummus type consistency. But if you've got a proper blender or a food processor, you can do it in that. And you have to sort of stop it halfway through, incorporate it, and then whiz it again.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Do you ever make chickpea tuna?
Oh, chickpea tuna, lovely.
We love chickpea tuna in this house, and I guess some people might not have heard of it. But it's just, it's just so cheap. You can just, tin of chickpeas, which we whiz up in the blender with some garlic and what else? I'm trying to think now. Whiz the chickpeas up with some garlic, and then take it out the blender. stir through some vegan mayo.
There it is. I knew there'd be some vegan mayo in there.
Yeah, I know, naughty. And some Dijon mustard, and then if you've got it, a nori wrap, which you use to make sushi, or some seaweed flakes. You don't have to do those. And then like sweet corn or red onion or anything like that, chopped up celery. And it's just so good because if you make a big batch of it in the fridge, you can use it for sandwiches, jacket potatoes, you know, whatever. So that's really low cost.
I'll tell you one of my other hacks that I've been doing is using, because we're always steaming vegetables, so steamed vegetable water that's over, and you can use that to water your plants.
Oh wow, so does that feed them?
Yeah, it's just got extra nutrients in it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Vegetable,
really good idea. That just goes down the sink, doesn't it? Or
it just goes down the sink, so you could drink it, Holly, if you want.
That's what my dad used to tell me to do.
I used to always do that. I think those are my main life hacks, Holly. I can't think of any more right now.
No, I mean, we've just been buying lots of frozen things, like frozen blueberries, big packs of frozen blueberries and raspberries, and just using them to make smoothies and stuff, and just to try and stay as healthy as possible at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And spinach, frozen spinach, just things that, you can just keep in the freezer and aren't going to go off.
Buy the bags of fresh spinach and fresh kale.
Yeah,
freeze those, and then you can add them to soups and smoothies and stews and whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So there we go. A few life hacks for us.
Okay, we're all in it together.
Absolutely. Right, well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that's helped you in some way. And, you know, stay safe, stay strong, stay sane. And I will see you again. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Holly.
Bye, Cath.